Hey, I just wanted to check in. It's been a super long time since we posted a video on here. I have been working on my health and trying to stay alive because in May I had these two super scary incidences with my heart and sorry about the sun. And then I had to start I think my blood pressure med was too high again. It's like the healthier I eat and the more water I drink, these meds are like too much. The blood pressure meds are too high. They had lowered it once from 50 milligrams and with a diuretic to then 25 milligrams. And then now it's down to 12.5. But at the time it was still 25 milligrams. Anyway, so then I was having my heart was just clenching, like I'm having a heart attack or something. And then I would almost pass out. And then I would have all these residual pains. I probably had heart or arm or back or shoulder, chest discomfort, various aches and pains in all these areas for 2.5 months. It just, once it happened, they didn't go. I still have, I'm having it right now. But anyway, and so then I was working on that. And then finally got the meds adjusted for a while. They were too low. Then I was having high blood pressure. And I had to educate myself about all this hard stuff. And pretty much turned into practically a vegetarian. Started exercising way more than before. And I had gotten the doctor, got both my cholesterol med and my blood pressure med both lowered again, and then finally was able to get in to see this cardiologist yesterday, and now he's gonna do a few tests. He doesn't really think it's the heart. He thinks that it was more about getting that blood pressure med adjusted and things like that, but they're just still checking for various heart damage and how much exercise can I tolerate, give me a prescription for exercise, which I like that idea of how hard exactly can I go on that treadmill, because I think I've been kind of babying it a little bit because I just wasn't sure. And they'll do an echocardiogram, I think he said, and then also a sleep study too, because I've known for a while that I stop breathing at night because my tongue will suffocate me from the positioning of my jawline or mouth or whatever, but I don't have a good mouth guard that works to solve that problem. So it's not officially sleep apnea, but it's a tongue issue that makes me stop breathing at night, that makes my heart beat because it's trying to wake me up so I don't die, and so he thinks that's still going on. I thought it was kind of resolved because if I sleep on my side and get a better pillow and stuff, I don't really have symptoms, but he's oh, I got this Whoop. And the Whoop also says that my oxygen drops at night down to I think it was 89%, which isn't, it's still close to 90, but it's not 100%. And so we'll see what they say. And then he says after I've been on this new lower dose of the 12.5 for the blood pressure med for another month, then we can test my cholesterol levels and blood pressure again and all that. He wants me to track the blood pressure and journal about what's going on at the time, and throughout the day send him all these results. So they're assessing everything, but I told him I think it's stress related or hormone related. I think it's perimenopause, less estrogen, increasing cortisol levels, or sort of less resilient. I've been feeling less resilience as various stressful things in my life has happened recently, and it's like I can't tolerate stress in the same way as I used to be able to. Like I've hit my cap for stress. So I feel like it's stress related, affecting my heart, or again, changes in hormones which affect your stress hormones, which could then affect your heart. But one of the things I learned when I was studying about the heart is like how much, and I don't really have like anger outbursts. This is just what the article was saying, but it said like even an angry outburst can increase your chances of heart attack by like 200%, or it was just some crazy like percentage. So I've just been really like watching how I react to anything. And I've started doing laughter yoga to try to just retrain my body if I feel any sense of like irritation or annoyance with anything. I try to do laughter yoga because your brain can't tell the difference between real laughter or fake laughter. So these are just all changes that I've made lately. And anyway, so I just have not had time to like post a video, think about anything YouTube related. But what's interesting is how helpful the YouTube has been, especially like with this Whoop. I should talk about this Whoop again. It's just a strap, like a band. It's not like a watch necessarily, but there's an app. Sorry about that, Mark. My wrist was hurting there. I always make a note on myself when I have owie. I have like bad work ergonomics. I have to switch that up at my desk. But what was I saying? Oh, so then with the Whoop, I heard about it on YouTube. I finally bought it when I was having all these heart issues because I wanted like something to be like assessing me. And then there's an app on my phone and it monitors like my sleep, oxygen, weights, resting heart rate, pulse, my strain level, my exercise level, my recovery, my like resting, just everything. It just kind of like tracks it all. And then it gives you like tips, it gives you advice. So then like if you're not getting enough sleep, it tells you, take a recovery day today, or if you aren't exercising hard enough. Like some of these people get to like a strain level of 20. I get to strain level of like 4. Like it's so low. Even when I try to exercise, like now because of the Whoop, I've been able to increase my strain level to a 6, which is an improvement. It's still low. The Whoop tells me it's so low. Like I should be aiming for like 13, a strain level of 13. But I feel like as hard as it is for me to get to a strain level of 6, and how my heart feels during all that, like I don't think I'm ready for a strain level of 13, no matter what the Whoop says. But it's trying to motivate you, get it go a little higher, increase it a little bit. And so that's why I like the idea of the cardiologist giving me an exercise prescription so that I can like know how far can I push it. They'll do the stress test where you run on the treadmill and all that. So that's what's been going on. And I just apologize. And again, I'm not giving medical advice to anybody. I'm just sharing my last 2.5 months. But one thing I wish is when I first years ago got on this blood pressure med, I wish my doctor would have said like, hey, why don't you try drinking like enough water every day? And then we'll see a month from now if you still need this blood pressure med or not. Because I was chronically dehydrated for just years without realizing it. And now that I'm like drinking my water, like as much as you should drink a day, it's amazing how much that helps with stuff. And then eating, I shouldn't say I haven't, like eaten poorly. I do think when I'm at home, I eat very well, but it's just that I'm out and about a lot, so busy. And I find that when I'm running around in the car, I do pull into the fast food restaurants to quick grab something because I'm starving, right? So I have to get better at like having like healthy food with me in the car, that kind of stuff. So I've stopped all that lately. But anyway, so I wanted to say the only biblical piece that this would apply to is I know this Bible verse doesn't necessarily apply to, like it doesn't mean it in the way that I use it. But that one about like consider it all joy, that has been really helpful to me. I thought about that. Like anytime something will happen where I'm sad or upset or something hard happens, I think to myself to consider it all joy, because I'm trying to reprogram my brain to not respond like in a state of stress. So I'm trying to consider it all joy when something happens in traffic, anything, and I'll be like, I just tell myself consider it all joy, and then I'll try like the laughter yoga, and it helps, I think, keep me calm because it's redirecting me. I think that verse is actually more about like, what is it? Consider it all joy. The trials will test your faith and lead to perseverance or something. So I don't want to imply like I'm like, I'm probably taking the verse out of context, but that's okay if it's helping keep me alive and healthy. So I just wanted to mention that about consider it all joy. Like it has been so helpful to me to do that. And what else was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, and then cast it out to, Jesus, like everything, like any burden, like just cast it out, like give it, hand it over, like surrender it ASAP, has also been like super helpful the last like 2.5 months. So those are the two things I wanted to say on here really quick. And even though I'm feeling that pain even still today, but I think it's because I had coffee, which I haven't had for a very long time. But I'm curious, like I'm playing around with like, what is it that causes me to have these feelings? Is it that, like, I don't know, we don't have it figured out yet, but I'm playing around. Like, I think the coffee definitely increased those various aches and pains where I wasn't having them as bad earlier before the coffee. So I gotta go back to not drinking any caffeine. But what else is new? And so I think the last time I was on here we were talking about the mold. There is still some mold in my bedroom, and I had stories about how that was so miraculous, how I found out about that company that helped me with it. And I didn't use their service, I didn't pay them, so that's why we still have some. I have to take the baseboard off still and clean behind the baseboard, which is like something I just haven't been super anxious to do, but it's got to get done. And also what happened right around that exact same time with the mold drama was we ended up then going through my dad's house to get whatever we wanted to take from his house before the house got put on the market to be sold, now that he's in memory care. And that of course stirred up all the family drama that always happens with anything related to my dad. So that was super stressful, and that was actually the first time I had that heart clenching, which is why I think it's stress related. I think I just had read an email, and it's an overreaction to be like, the email almost killed me. But at the same time, it's like I just read an email, and then next thing I know, I'm I don't know if it happened in this order. It was during those couple of days. So I guess I can't say I read it and then I had the heart clenching. But during that stressful time period is when I had the first episode of the heart clenching. And then, what was the second one? Oh, I've been paying off my debt like crazy. And I think I was multitasking a bunch of this stuff to with paying off my debt. And that, it's like it put me in the state of, again, too high stress. They say you shouldn't multitask. It's not healthy for you. Seriously. And that's what I mean, though, about not being able to handle any stress. Like, I've lost my resilience. Because I used to be able to multitask and, work my butt off and just be a stressed out type A single parent sandwich generation person just fine. But I think it's taken its toll. And I think I no longer can be like that as I'm 51 now. something has changed where it's like I can't do life that way anymore, which is probably good because it's not healthy for me, but yet I don't know how to live any other way. So anyway, so that's that. And then I think when I was stressed out about work and just things like that. So anyway, we're out here at the beach today. I am trying to just today, instead of going to the gym, I came to the beach and I wanted to just have some relaxing, like, blanket time and be in the sun and just enjoy summer. I feel like summer has gone so fast because I've been so focused on staying alive for May and June and most of July. Like, it's been, now I feel like we have only 1 month left. We have August and then summer's over. You know, so I'm trying to soak up like every day. Let me just enjoy summer. Let me relax. Let me go outside. Let me lie down. Let me lay on the beach and just be calm. You know, let me focus on enjoying summer before it's over. But anyway, sorry, this is very like me focused, but I wanted to give an update of like what stressful things have been happening and then how I've been coping with it. Again, in case it helps anybody else. As we all go through various stressful things, and maybe this will help someone remember to slow down and you know, like go easy on yourself and consider it all joy. If it helps, buy a Whoop if it helps, you know, drink your water. Eat your fruits and veggies. Get your exercise. Get your sleep. You know, all the things. Cast it all to give it to Jesus, etc. Anyway, but I'll cut this off because it's getting too long. But I just want to check in and say hello. Talk to you later. Bye.